All right, let's get this shit rolling. You know who it is, and this is Crown Trick. This is I want to say it's a roguelike proper. There are some quirks that it has that kind of put it on the fence. Obviously, it's got meta progression. I'm in the hub world where I can like buy upgrades and shit like that. And as you'll see in the gameplay, it's got a little bit of a tactical feel. So it's not quite a roguelike, but it's pretty close. This is developed by like Team 17 or something like that. It's a company that is owned by Tencent. So I didn't know that before I bought this game. So I fueled communism. So, you know, what are you going to do? Happens to the best of us. This has got like it's like an RPG in that it has like a story and chapters and all that kind of stuff. But we don't give a shit about that. The story does not matter at all. I mean, it's not like any highbrow stuff, but it's not bad. So what you'll notice is that it is, although a roguelike, it has idiosyncrasies that kind of smack of Final Fantasy Tactics and Disgaea. Trait of the Dream Realm. So basically the conceit is we're in the world of dreams. Okay. Each run starts with a kind of a baseline effect. In this one, I get a damage buff every turn I stay in one place, but once I get to 5 turns, I get a status condition, a negative status condition. So, you know, you just kind of make your choice. The additional damage is pretty alluring, but you don't necessarily, I mean, like some of the elemental status conditions can include paralysis. So it's, you know, you have to be careful with that. So you drop down in the world here, and you start in the first room, and you're given a choice of weapons. At first, I believe you're only given a choice of 2 weapons, but I have upgrades, so there are different types of weapons. So as you notice, like, so first off, there's no character creation proper. You don't choose a class or anything like that. You have these weapons that drop down. There's a longsword, what is this, a staff, dual blades, and a shotgun. And what these different weapons do, in addition to like their stats, buffs, and maybe elemental affinities, they also differ in the range and area of effect. So, right, so the longsword lets you swing horizontally in front of yourself. The shotgun has like a spread. Dual blades is the tile that you're facing. And staff, I believe, is 2 tiles ahead of you. So there's a lot of positioning, movement adjustment, and stuff like that, which is why I say it's a very tactical game. I don't know which weapon I'm going to choose. What am I going to choose? That's a lot of fucking damage. Oh, that's elemental defense, so that's not what I thought. Increase physical defense by 20% and increase attack by 10%. I don't like shotguns just implicitly. Manual reload, last bullet. No. If you use a firearm, you have to reload, you know. And this, you see right here, I've got 2 bullets, or 2 shots, whatever. But that reloading will take a turn, and that's fine if you're using a ranged weapon, particularly like a rifle or something that hits very far away. But usually creatures are going to be adjacent to you when you're using a shotgun or pretty close, and I don't like having to reload when they're that close to me. It defeats the purpose, in my opinion. Cancel out enemy attack. Yeah, so this basically, so if you look at this, every time I kill an enemy, I get a stack of basically invulnerability. It cancels out one enemy attack. The attack does 0 damage, and then I get an increased dodge amount. The damage is not really all that great, but it is better than the weapons, yeah, the other weapons here. So that's what I'm going to use. Now, the thing, this crystal that's been glowing this entire time, lets you choose familiars. Familiars are how you have access to magic. So you have different familiars. Each familiar has 2 spells. You can choose 1 familiar at a time. You can carry 2 total. They all have different effects. One thing that I like to do is, I mean, obviously, if they have different elemental effects, I like to have 2 separate types in my inventory. This one, Swashbuckler, which is an excellent name, is all physical. Well, there's wind damage there. That's fair. But I don't like him as much. King of Eternal Frost is pretty fucking baller. Nightmare is good. Nightmare is good in that you get a random element for this, you know, cross-shaped attack, and then you have like a wall that can block movement. That's pretty interesting. King of Eternal Frost is all ice. I think that's what I'm gonna go with. Ice damage, yep. So what this does, so you kind of like use these spells in order. So, or at least for King of Elemental Frost, or Eternal Frost rather. You land an Ice Nova in a specified location, so it's just 3x3 area of effect. And then it'll generate ice tiles. In this game, like Disgaea, you have elemental infused tiles, sometimes just as a feature of an area or as a result of a spell or effect. So then this spell will deal ice damage to a particular target, and then additional ice damage based on the amount of ice tiles around the target. That's pretty cool. So I'm gonna go with you. Knight of Eternal Frost. Was I saying King of Eternal Frost? I don't know what I'm talking about. It's like first thing in the morning. It's like 7 o'clock in the fucking morning. And I'm playing fucking roguelikes instead of doing something productive with my life. Alright, so. Also, my coffee maker is all the way in the other room. I don't want to edit this video too much, but I want to get more coffee. Oh! Ah! Okay, so I took damage because so you don't let the animations fool you. This is turn-based. This is turn-based, grid-based combat. So I held down the directional keys and was damaged from my trouble because I ran into the room. As you notice, the door closed behind me. Unlike games like Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup or Infra Arcana, you can't leave rooms where combat is taking place. So your ability to reset fights is rather limited. So this is another reason why I say it's reminiscent of Final Fantasy Tactics or Disgaea. Because you're in this little microcosm when you're in combat. Now, if you look under my character, you see these 3 bars here. These are charges of blink. I can blink to any square within this area of effect, and it is instantaneous. It does not use a turn for me to do that. So, and then I can choose the direction I'm facing, and then attack this motherfucker who hit me. How dare you? God, he hits hard. The blink allows me to, what was that Boy Scout fucking cracked voice? The blink allows me to teleport to get out of situations, and you'll see later there are enemies that cast spells or area of effects that will deal damage in a specific amount of turns, so it allows me to avoid damage in that way. I'm not gonna do Ice Nova. You're weak to ice. I'm gonna fucking... Yeah, I killed that nigga immediately. Okay, so he dies. You can't see it behind my character, but there's a bomb that's gonna explode in 2 turns. That's just a feature of that particular enemy. 1, 2, okay. Not my problem. This little bat thing is weak to earth. You can see my health is down there. Refilling your health is... It's doable. Healing is granted to you by this elixir, but you only have 2 charges. And per run, or not per run, per floor, You only have 2 charges total. And I like to save them for the boss of the floor, if at all possible. So you have to be a little careful about the damage that you take. That guy hits like a truck. That defender dude. 75% damage reduction. That's fucking terrible. I hate it. I'm gonna ice these motherfuckers. Now you'll notice, like, I killed this guy, but it said break when I hit him. So if you look at the top left-hand corner of the sprite, you see this little shield. That is the number of stacks of armor an enemy has, and if you deplete all of those stacks, 1 stack is normally depleted per attack. They'll get stunned for a rather long duration. So it's worth it to do that. I'm gonna blink here. This may seem kind of trivial, but I'm gonna blink here so I can attack this motherfucker. Now, you notice the shield is shaking now, and there's arrows pointing downward next to it. That means because I'm adjacent to the enemy, I'm going to reduce his shield stacks by 2 instead of 1 for each attack. That's why I wanted to get close to him, but I didn't want to be on a cardinal square because he would attack me next turn, so I'm gonna do that. This motherfucker is frozen as shit. He's unable to act for 1 more turn, I believe. No, 2 more turns. And then I broke him, so now he's not attacking for quite some time. This is excellent, so I can fucking kill this dude without getting hit, because those guys hit hard. Now we've got this ranger arrow dude over here. Okay, so this is where blink really comes in handy. He's gonna shoot me, and it's gonna take him 2 turns for that to go off. So I can just blink next to this motherfucker and beat his fucking face in. Look at this. I'll do 3 stacks of armor. He's just fucking dead. Okay. All right, so I've killed everybody in the room, so now the door's open. So there's no, like, kiting enemies throughout the floors and all that kind of stuff. That doesn't happen. This is a cursed chest. Always open cursed chests and take whatever's in there. You will not be able to switch weapons. Yeah, sure. I don't give a fuck. So I'm gonna get a relic, which is basically just an item that gives me a passive effect. Whenever a wind skill is used, knock back adjacent enemies with spinning gusts and apply stun for 1 turn. That is pretty baller. Gusty Spinner. It's legendary too, so I guess that means it's good. There's another fucking event down here. Oh, okay. So this is part of the RPG story type thing. The final boss in this run is going to be like Poseidon and Neptune, which are 2 different people. And whether if I poison them, I can poison the ocean. You know, it's like not like environmental, it's kind of story, but basically they're just mad that the ocean's being mistreated. So I can make things worse for them, in which case I will incur their wrath. Or I can make things better for them, in which case I won't incur their wrath, but all enemies are going to be stronger. Which is a pain in the ass. I'm going to not incur their wrath, because I'm a good boy. I love the environment. I haven't done the poison route yet. I should probably try it at some point. Here's another familiar crystal, so now I can summon another familiar and have 4 spells instead of 2. I gotta get more coffee, fuck. Okay, so I have the Demon Lord or Mad Pharmacist. I'm not getting Swashbuckler. Fucking game, I don't want that shit. Mad Pharmacist. 4 stacks of Poison to Plague. Poison is pretty fucking baller. Functions like you would expect in any other game. Fire damage. Fire damage also has a chance of applying what is called Scorched. And that is very similar to poison in that it ticks every turn. That's pretty cool. Demonic Stance is pretty awesome. I kind of want that. Because I feel like I'm going to be a basic attack, like normal attack kind of dude because of the trait of the Dream Realm, but I really want poison damage too. Poison damage is super fucking good. But you know what? I usually run Mad Pharmacist, so I'm going to use Demon Lord this time. Just for a little bit of variety. Alright, so we've got an event down here. The little obelisks are kind of like encounters. What's going to happen? A giant crystal globe is placed on a draped table. Such a scene can be observed inside the globe. A tiny fishing boat is struggling in the furious ocean and pouring rain. The lighthouse in the distance is only hope. Would you like to offer prayer to the globe? Pray for its demise. Dude, that's fucked up. That's what I'm gonna do. Fuck that boat. That's terrible. But I get shit for it, so I benefit, so it's okay if those sailors die. Oh, so this is nice. It dropped weapons. Now, I guess the joke's on me because I took that cursed chest, I can't switch weapons. Which is a shame because the Spear of the Defender looks cool, but I mean, look at how much damage. All of these things do more damage than what I have, but I can't switch away from it. I will probably suffer for that cursed chest that I opened now that I think about it. Because in addition to the fact that I'm going to have to forego chances at additional damage, the relic that I got only is really going to work. It's only going to activate if I do wind damage, I believe. And I decided not to go with Swashbuckler because I'm a fucking asshole. So really, I kind of screwed myself. Whenever I play games like this, roguelikes and whatnot, I'm just going to sell this for the gold. I'm very temperamental, and I will forego obvious optimal play at like whim. Whimsy, just because I don't like something. I don't like the aesthetics of something, or I don't like the end bound 10 turns to receive a reward. I don't like the role play elements of it. Very, very silly, but I enjoy it. That's how I play. All right, so I'm gonna look around. Is it just these two dudes? If I can't end it, if I can't kill these guys in 2 turns, I deserve to kill myself. All right. Or 10 turns. I said 2 turns. 10 turns. He's not close enough to me for me to do the thing to him, but that's fine. I'll kill his friend in the meantime. He's broken. Challenge complete. Now, I believe, like, depending on... this challenge didn't have that effect, but sometimes challenges, depending on how well you do, that'll determine how big of a reward you get. And I actually kind of was inefficient there, but Dream Fragments, that's just low as shit. I'm not picking that up. I guess I should complete my journal or whatever the fuck, but... Okay. Yeah, it's lore stuff. Again, the lore for this game isn't terrible, but it's nothing revolutionary. Let's go north and see what's going on up here. Oh, apparently enemies. Look at this shit. Boom! That motherfucker is dead as shit. That's a really cool set of spells. Where are the other enemies? There's more enemies in this room. What's that guy? He's just fucking dicking around. Well, now he's dead as shit. Yeah, fine, I'll just kill you. I'll just use the last of my MP on some fucking trash popcorn enemy. Alright, the sleepiness is coming on. I'm gonna have to pause here and fucking get a fucking coffee. All right, I'm back. I made it. So it just occurred to me. I'm playing a game that has, and I haven't listened to the recording yet, but I am playing a game that requires a keyboard and mouse, and I don't have a pop filter or an arm on this mic, so it's probably noisy as shit. I apologize for that. I don't even know if I'm gonna upload this now that I realize that, because every time I bump into the table, I'm sure it makes tons of noise. Bro, I don't care. Oh, so this portal here is a portal to the black market. You can buy a lot of stuff there. I got 1,800 gold. I should probably check it out, see what's going on. Nah, I don't want that. Hammer of the Abyss. Reduce breakpoint 2 extra times and damaging edge adjacent enemies. That is fucking excellent. You know I gotta get that. It's 1,000 gold. It is 1,000 gold, but it's very good, so I have to get it. Lucky dice. All your probability checks for additional status conditions, such as additional attacks, MP cost reduction, etc., will be rolled twice, activating when either roll succeeds. That's pretty baller. Focus slash when suffering a hit that would otherwise kill you. So that yeah. I've seen that before. If there's still enemies without a target in this room, increase your normal attack damage, but that's stupid. Dealing skill damage you will obtain. No, I don't want any of this shit except maybe lucky dice. Do I have any probability checks right now? I don't think I do. No, so that's not really worth it either. Weapons aren't going to be a thing, so let's go ahead and refresh the inventory. What is this? Every 7 skills used, will be automatically released. Yeah, I've seen that one before. All stackable effects will now have twice the amount of max stacks. That is extremely amazing. When continuously using the same skill, it is yes. You're suffering a hit to it. Oh, that's the same thing as before. I'm definitely getting that shit. Alright, let's go kill some motherfuckers now. I'm super powered up. Okay, there's nothing more in here. So we're gonna go south. There's a point of interest to the west. Oh my god, Gamba. It's fucking Gamba. Holy shit. This is Gotcha, actually, which is a little bit different than Gamba, and it gives you weapons, and as we've discussed earlier, I can't do shit with weapons. I can teleport to these things and save myself a little bit of time. There is nothing else here. I think this might be it for this stage. Oh, never mind. Nice Nova. I'm kicking this dude's ass. That's fucking funny. Oh, yeah. Easy peasy, man. I didn't even have to really use blink. Suffer status conditions. There we go. Easy peasy. Let's kill this dude. Dude, I just killed your boss and you're just standing here. You guys are like terrible minions. I swept the floor with those dudes. It's a lot of fucking shit. These little gems that you get are soul shards, which are used for meta progression. So, random relic, what's it gonna be? Ember, what does Ember do? Deal extra damage to all enemies and adjacent 4 times. Oh yeah, you know I'm gonna fucking get that shit. That's fucking excellent. I'm just gonna be a glass cannon. I'm beating the fuck out of everybody. I'm not even really glass cannon because whenever I kill things, I get the little immortality stack, which now goes up to 4. Excellent. For the record, you cannot stack relics. I've tried that. That's quite unfortunate. Okay, here's a little shop dude before the boss. Hardening potion. I'm a little young, I need those. Moderate damage. No, I'm not getting that fucking pebble, that's retarded. Well done roast. 150. I am like 50 HP down. I don't really need this. And this is a Tower of Sinners, so I'm gonna be fighting Trina, or Tria, whatever her name is. After I win this fight, I'm gonna get like an intermediate area where I can like heal myself and buy things. So I'm thinking I'm not gonna buy this well done roast because I don't really need the HP that badly. I'd rather save the gold. We'll see. If this bitch kills me, then I deserve it. Yeah, this is Beatrice from Umineko. She's weak to fire, I think. Yeah. So I'm gonna teleport right next to this fucking bitch, and then I'm gonna use Demon Stance, which was definitely the right choice. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You gonna cast a spell on me? I don't fuck. I don't care about Tornado. You didn't even, first of all, you didn't even silence me, which is what would have mattered. And second of all, that did no damage. Don't waste my time like that again. Status condition. I guess I shouldn't. Oh, I need to be adjacent to her. Don't ever fucking attack me like that again. What does this one do again? The Arrival. Oh, that's when I like jump on you. Sweet. Damn. Am I doing 1 damage to this bitch? I am. Oh no, I'm not. I'm just retarded. Okay. Stop hitting me, bitch. Unable to move for what? Let's do fucking fire thing again. Bitch, I don't care. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. I got silence, I don't give a fuck. And I'm gonna heal. What's my debuff now? I got scorched. Who cares? I wonder if that knockback. Yes, it does trigger my my like movement thing. Easy peasy. Didn't even have to use the other elixir. Stat scroll. You know I'm updating that fucking, or that I'm upgrading that fucking damage, baby. Relic. Elixirs raised by 50%. Sure. All right, let's get out of here. So that was a floor. It wasn't bad at all. Obviously, it gets more difficult as time goes on, but that's kind of the gameplay loop. Now I'm in one of the intermediate stages where you run into the Lady of the Lake, which heals you. There's the fucking, there you go. And then this dude who you can buy stuff from. What's my weapon look like? Do I have the chance to, if I upgrade my weapon, it'll take one of these effects away. What are you? Bottle of poison. One top. Miniature typhoon. Elemental goggles. That's pretty cool. Max 5 stacks. Actually, it'll be max 10 stacks. So I could keep using ice over and over again. The problem with this is that I'm never going to be able to reach full stacks because I'm going to deplete all of my MP before that happens. So that's really not worth it in my opinion. I do want to get that bottle of poison though. That's pretty fucking baller. I might actually refresh the, I'm going to refresh the inventory. Deal extra damage based on current buffs applied. I don't understand. Based on... So is it the number of buffs? Paralysis. Let's try that out. I don't really know how it works. There's no... I don't think there's a wiki for this game, so... We're gonna see how that goes. Let's try Forge Aspect. Let's see. Immune to Drench and Greasy. Increased crit damage, or crit chance. Whenever you defeat an enemy, that's kind of cool, but I already have the invulnerability granted by the longsword anyway. Drenched and Greasy is what I'm going to go with, because all my enemies are going to be, in the last stage, are going to be water. So...